Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the last set of games of the night. Once again, my name is Kenos, joined by Trufflesaurus, coming off that last set of games where Blitzkrieg finally read my mail and decided to win a game quickly. How's it going, Truffle?
It's going great. Finally starting to catch my breath and lower my heart rate after that race of the last game where Blitzkrieg really put on the afterburners.
Absolutely, and now we'll see if Gale Force is able to get their first win of the split, and see if Nine Lives can continue forward in their quests to move up in the standings. Got to catch up to Blitzkrieg at this point.
Yeah, exactly. The gauntlet was thrown down by Blitzkrieg as they secured a 2-0 over a team that was formerly tied in first place with them. So now the question is, can Nine Lives catch up?
Right, absolutely. And as we get ready to move into this game, just wanted to do a big shout out to our sponsors. Our sponsors being the community in this instance. Thank you to all of our Twitch Prime subs, be it through Amazon, be it out of your own pocket. You guys help show your enthusiasm for the LCUS and make much of this possible. So thanks so much, and here we go into the champ select.
And right away with the Timo ban, although I think they had cleared that as a ban penalty, if I remember right.
Well, that's good. Yes, we do have a replacement here, where well, there was going to be one replacement, but I think there was two now. A replacement on a replacement.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, correct. Uh-oh. I don't know what happened there, but correct that Udge is now replacing Slippery P95 as the top laner for 9 lives, and one time only in this game, Chop Suey is replacing the normal jungler for Gale Force.
Excellent. They were on the wrong sides. That was the problem.
Okay.
Alright, so we're going to take a second as people swap sides here to make sure everything lines up with the graphics we have for you fine folks back at home. So we'll have another minute, but yeah, there's going to be some ban penalties playing out as Truffle mentioned there. So we'll see how that impacts the pick ban phases. I do like the idea of having cleared out previously determined bans you can do to skip the penalized bans.
Yeah. No, definitely an improvement over the 40-second wait.
Right, like I've said before, everyone just start banning Akali, because who's playing Akali right now? That's right, nobody. Not a damn person. And if one of you people starts playing Akali in the LCUS to prove me wrong, well, the joke will be on you, because you'll be playing Akali. Alright, so it looks as though everyone's reshuffled now, so we'll be starting in a second. That's what happens when we can't read. Yes, that is what happens, Brandana. Alright, so yeah, thanks for the Twitch Prime and other such subs, thanks to all the viewers. With your help, maybe Brandana will learn how to read one day. And then we won't have these brief delays as we play the teams that we're supposed to be playing as.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry.
No problem at all. Everyone's just shuffling around to actually be in the correct order, mostly for our benefit. So I appreciate that. Because if you're not, Prowler's gonna yell at me.
Perfect.
And I can't see the chat, so if you guys are saying funny things, that's the end of that, because I get yelled at for having my internet stuff on, so everything is currently disconnected from the interwebs. Okay, everyone seems ready, so we'll be jumping in just a second. Worth noting that the players don't have unified icons on their profiles.
Yeah, in the case of Gale Force, kind of makes sense. That's the sub. They couldn't arrange that in advance. I can understand that one, but all of 9 lives is all discombobulated with different things. I did confirm that Gale Force is indeed missing one tier 1 ban. So if they ban Teemo here, it's just a proxy, which is fine. But
so
they may have. They're taking their time.
Taking their time to find Teemo. They're in denial. Alright, maybe they just figure it's easier just to show the ban as opposed to, because, you know, maybe in some universe someone wants to play Teemo on 9 lives. Alright, but yes, the Scion ban for 9 lives there, Scion. Popular tank. Did see Great Beard of Odin last game doing well with him despite the losses.
If I want your opinion, I'll beat it out of you.
Next ban is Vi. Interesting. Oh, it looks like Teemo was actually a legitimate ban. Or maybe, did they lose 2 bans?
No.
Yeah. So Teemo...
It's... Yeah, they actually legitimately wanted to ban Teemo, by the looks of it.
Alright.
Not a problem.
Well, that's fine. Teemo was played last week. My recollection is accurate. Misfortune being banned out as well. Of course, as I said earlier, Gale Force is the only winless team in the LCUS right now.
Yeah, it'd certainly be nice for them if they could
get that one win that they need.
Yeah, exactly.
At least one.
And I'm sure Blitzkrieg and probably Option 12 wouldn't mind the match going 1-1. So we'll see if Gale Force has anything up their sleeves. But right off the bat, we've got Udge selecting a Vygar, who is a mainstay for CB Hickey, and also Udge. So it'd be interesting to see if something weird happens with that Vygar in top lane.
All right, Morgana picked up. Flex pick, though, most likely for the bot lane. We'll see. I'm interested to see if Huge Udge is going to change his summoners, because right now his summoners are Ghost Flash. Should be very interesting for a top laner.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe indicates that he's got something interesting up his sleeves for what his pick might be.
All right, a Warwick picked up. That's a little bit more of a rarity. Do have the Jax coming out again.
Yeah, Nebulance Jax is a force to be reckoned with. I'm interested to see how Chop Suey does in this Warwick. It was an old standby of mine, so let's see if he knows all the tricks.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Obviously, is an unknown factor in this, so we'll see how well he coordinates with the rest of the team. Ooh, and the Rakan picked up. All right, couple of irregular LCUS picks, though. We have seen the Jax before.
Yeah, exactly. And Vygar, yeah, but the Rakan has been suspiciously absent, at least today, and I think throughout most of the league. Looks like that Morgana is in fact a pick for the support, with Xerath coming in for mid lane.
Was it the Xerath support? Didn't think of that, did you, Trev?
No, you got me. I have no response to that.
Okay, take out the Xayah. Why not?
Yep, I like that choice a lot. Brandana, obviously a huge force to be reckoned with. Gregosaurus complementing Brandana very well in the bot lane, making sure that they don't get champions that also complement each other that strongly by banning away the Xayah makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, especially because, yeah, I mean, like you said, because of how well Brandana just plays basically any ADC. You don't need that extra mana. You have to get rid of Tristana too. Good call there.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything that Gale Force can do to help out bot lane and to sort of stunt the growth of Brandana is probably a ban well spent, but Brandana has a very deep champion pool.
That being said, they need some sort of tanky character on top lane. Since all they have left is their ADC and their top laner to pick, they need somebody with some meat on them.
But I think both teams do, because both teams have the same picks shown, so it's a mirrored matchup, and I absolutely think that. And I'm not sure Urgot's bringing enough tank to the top lane.
Maybe they'll build Tank Warwick.
I definitely would like to see Tank Warwick. Urgot is tanky enough to kind of stand at the front, and I do like the idea of Stelio Contos being on a strong carry. I love the Gnar pick. I think that's very strong split pusher with the option there to tank. If Nine Lives plays around that correctly, that Gnar pick is fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, neither team, as we're looking at this here, neither team really has a true tank on it. So they're both kind of, you know, gimped in the same way. So I'm interested to see how that plays out. I think team fights are going to be fast and bloody, and that is the sort of environment that I think champions like Jax and like Sivir thrive in. And Vhagar obviously with his big delete button.
Yeah, especially that, because there's basically no one that can withstand Vhagar's delete button on all of Gale Force, so that's going to be a constant threat to everyone.
I mean, Sivir could shield block it, right?
Yeah, and the Morgana spell shield, the black shield is
will help at least. It won't.
Yeah.
It probably won't stop it once Vhagar gets big enough.
And a little bit about Warwick's kit that may come into play is his fear actually gives him like 30% damage reduction as well, so that's probably enough to survive one combo.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see. Kaisa getting through again is very significant, but I think everyone's got in their kits. I mean, there's a little more stun coming out of Nine Lives here, so they, I think, are the team that's slightly more favored in my opinion because of how biased I am for CC. But at the same time, depending how, if the Jax or the Gnar ends up getting shut down, I think Gale Force has a shot.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, how far ahead is Brandana going to get is a huge factor as well. I do kind of appreciate Gale Force's team design here for their comp, which is mostly just poke, wave clear, safe. It's not necessarily great for fighting around objectives, but it certainly lets them pick the tempo of the game. Maybe they can poke out people. Maybe they can make something happen there. So hopefully for Gale Force, they'll be able to poke people out early in the game. Maybe the Drakes will help them out. Give them blue, but don't give Nine Lives blue. Ocean Drake, that kind of thing. So two different styles coming here because Nine Lives is definitely more team fight focused.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's more team fight coming out of Nine Lives. I think there's bigger threats also. I mean, obviously, any champion can be a huge threat once they start going off. But I think if you're looking at, oh god, this person is a huge target, you've got Jax and you've got Vhagar on Nine Lives, and I don't really get that impression from Gale Force. I mean, obviously Warwick can be scary and Sivir can be scary, but I don't think they're Jax or Vhagar scary.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. Sivir takes a very long time to become that late game AD carry threat, but once she gets there, she's very hard to deal with. So there is a little bit of late game insurance in the form of Fat Jackalope Sivir, but as a whole, I think that Gale Force wants to win the game early and not let it get to that point.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. So we'll see what happens. I'm still firmly on Nine Lives' side here in terms of just thinking that they'll win this first game. We'll see what sort of adjustments Gale Force can make, and if they manage to get ahead early, perhaps they'll be able to carry it forward. Yeah,
exactly. If Blitzkrieg proved anything in the last split was that you don't necessarily need the best team fight comp to win a game. You just need to play to your win conditions.
Well, we'll see what happens. 10 seconds left. Anybody who's a Gale Force fan in Twitch chat, feel free to tell us why we're wrong. I won't see it. And here we go. Second to last game of the night. Nero Skin Challenge.
The black screen always gets me. I'm so excited for the skin challenge. Who wears it better?
all the skins are invisible for the moment. What is that warrior princess skin?
yeah, that's an old one, isn't it?
Like even the text is bad.
Yeah, that skin has come out like that came out a long time ago. I actually kind of like the art
I'm
for some
surprised
reason.
I'm surprised they haven't updated the art. Okay, 9 lives gets it, in my opinion.
Yeah, the naked warwick isn't helping Gale Force at all, so I'm gonna give it to 9 lives as well.
Cosmic Rakan, Godstaff Jax, of course, all that good stuff.
Yeah, the Godstaff skin is fantastic. So on the strength of that one alone,
I'm actually a little disappointed. I haven't actually had the time to watch, Godskin in action. So,
oh yeah,
so like like never actually take the moment to look at it, and so watch all the cool animations.
the third whack that Jax does, and also his counter strike. I just love the way that those are animated with that skin.
Well, we'll see if we can look at them a little bit more as the game goes on. Interesting setup here by Gale Force, essentially blocking the river.
Yeah, it's a defensive posture, but it's an interesting one. It's a little bit different than the standard 5-point that you get.
And then we have Gregosaurus hanging out in the mid lane. Just a general spread, though, far less aggressive than some of the other moves we've seen earlier today. Jax coming out. He's not chose a level yet. Starting with Empower.
Interesting choice. I normally go counter strike personally, but I think it's a matter of preference.
I'm assuming Counter Strike will be his level 2. Yep.
And there it is. We did it.
We did it. We made it.
Lots of Vigars this week. I think in the split as a whole. I don't.
Well, I mean, Vigor in general has been popular throughout the LCUS. Very popular to ban as well. Lots of people like to
fun to play against.
Alright, we got Chop Suey going straight for the crab here, and Jax is as well. Does get spotted here. Decides to go for it. Xerath coming down to intercept. I think Nebulon should back off here, and does. Top lane Kantos pushed huge back. And, ooh, a lot of damage on Poison Ivy bot lane. Ignite burned as well, but not able to finish it off. So a lot of early aggression here. Yeah, a lot of damage on the huge. Kantos wisely trying to get as much damage in there as he can before the Mega Gnar really starts getting involved.
Yeah, certainly bullying him out a little bit, which is interesting because usually you would pick Gnar to be a lane bully due to that range advantage, and Gnar still has that range advantage on Urgot, but still Kantos playing it very well.
I mean, at the same time, though, it's not as long as a range advantage, right? I mean, Urgot's still got that range, so it's like maybe a step range advantage as opposed to range versus melee.
Yeah, absolutely. Way better than a melee matchup, for example.
I don't know, that Counter-Strike animation looks similar to me. I don't see what's so great about it.
Nah, I've got weird taste in skins.
Well, I mean, it's you know, it's a good looking skin. It's got good splash art. I really like Jax's defaults skin, mostly just because of the art that is on it. Since when they did that update on him. I also like the blue Jax skin. I specifically picked up Jax when the blue skin was Legacy, just so I could get it before it disappeared.
Nice.
More hits on Poison Ivy.
Big trade.
Yeah, rough day for supports. Starting with L-on-Z getting beaten up.
Gang up in top lane.
Yep, here comes.
Hey, get that okay.
Unfortunately, came in as the Mega Gnar had ended, so not able to take advantage of those extra special abilities.
Ooh.
Okay, Gregosaurus low 2 now. Jax is spotted. Chop Suey going for him. Till the Snorlax going as well. Does get the stun off on the Veigar. Veigar only with 9 ability powers so far from the passive. Looks like no blood's going to be spilled over there.
Yeah, in that last trade in bot lane, Fat Jackalope actually flashed forward to try to secure the kill, causing Brandana to burn his heal. So the advantage on the summoners goes to 9 life, but it was close to first blood.
Snorlax is pushing. A lot of back and forth here so far. CS relatively equal on all sides. Poison Ivy is really playing it close. Was thinking about going back, but then got hit by Kaisa. Jackalope's got almost no mana. Gonna be a problem. Jack's going back. Looks like Sui might be thinking of trying something here. Nope, just heading back as well. Snare misses. Oh, Gregosaurus. Looked like he's trying to get an angle there. Chomp Suey is here again, but also gets spotted, so you're just not going to get caught by that.
Yeah, unfortunately staying on a ward, but Jax is looking for blood.
Nebulon is very confident in his ability to fight this Warwick, and for good reason. Low-level Warwick doesn't do too much, especially to a Jax.
Nebulon, happy with that flash, decides to back off. Really cautious play that I respect. Snorlax flashes out of the cage. Trades back okay, but worth it for the flash if you're CB Hickey.
Both mids at low mana. Snorlax now also hit 6. May go back because his opponent has gone back, but probably wants to get those last few CSs if he can. Misses that one. But yeah, bot lane for Gale Force is really really struggling right now. Well, actually not even keeping up in the CS anymore. Almost down 20 at this point. The cheap poke that 9 Lives has is really wearing him down. I mean,
yeah, there were a couple of close trades there, but the sustain that Rakan brings to with his Q is done a lot of work here as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it doesn't help that it's the best bot lane duo in the LCUS.
Right. The fact that they're hanging on is commendable.
Alright. Jackalope thinking about going back. Both of them thinking about going back. We'll see if either of them do. Chop Suey might have been thinking about rotating, but just decides to go for Wolves. Compared to the other games we've seen today, no aggression in terms of first bloods or ganks, really.
Yeah, a lot of safe play coming out of both teams. Flashing to get to safety instead of greedily holding it, that kind of thing. Really measured play.
I think it might also be because, as we said, a lot of these champions take a while to get going. You know, your Warwicks take a while to get going. Jax is the definition of a hard carry. Veigar, delete button's going to be a while, especially because he's only at 21 ability power. So you know, well, 21 from his passive ability power.
Right.
So you're not, you're not thinking that these are going to be characters who are going to be dealing a lot of damage very fast. Now it helps that everyone on each team is squishy as heck, but at the same time, it's going to be a while before they have the confidence and the burst to take somebody out.
Speaking of taking someone out, looks like Warwick is considering a gank in top lane. Jax likewise is looking bot.
Oh.
Mid laners have met in the middle.
Yeah, mid laner's fighting by that Earth Drake. Everyone's kind of rotating that direction. Snorlax wisely is backing off. We'll see if he sticks around, though. He might get caught here. Oh, cone's away. Rarely to see a cone go that direction, but works just as well.
Yeah, got her to safety. That's the important bit.
9 Lives is getting close to Mega Gnar again, but Chop Suey is heading mid.
Jax flashes forward, gets first blood solo on Snorlax.
That was some quick damage there. Surprised Snorlax stuck around. Going for a quick dragon now as well. I like this proactivity. Most people tend to ignore Earth Drakes, but grabbing this just means there'll be better dragons later. Chop Suey in a little bit of trouble, does manage to avoid Hickey's initial damage. Hickey with almost no mana probably isn't that much of a threat otherwise.
Yeah, exactly. Not very close to execute range on that ult. Big trade up in top lane as Meganar pops at this exact moment. Almost stunned him in turret range. That could have gone very differently.
Yeah, I was really surprised, but fortunately Kainos was just on the edge of it. Hickey rotating bot-ish. Just putting some more wards down here is Snorlax to see where he was. This low mana though. Ooh, pixels. Pixels make a miss.
Pixels can make a hit too, though. So.
Very true, but I've seen a lot of pixel misses today. Jackalope, once again, very low mana.
Yeah, Sivir has to spend a lot of her mana to clear the wave. Oftentimes you'll see Essence Reaver built on Sivir, and I think that might be the direction that Fat Jackalope is going. Just to try to alleviate that mana problem.
Need something to alleviate a CS problem. Close to 30 CS difference now.
That's a whole different problem.
So Kantos is still bullying this Gnar. Gnar doing pretty well to keep up with the CS, most likely just due to that range advantage.
I will say that Fat Jackalope is doing a great job of... Oh, big engagement bot lane.
Yep. Big move there by the Rakan. The Morgana ult does land though. A lot of damage on this Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa willing to move forward. Ooh, good Sivir shield there.
Yeah, Fat Jackalope's Sivir shields have been amazing. He's actually done a great job of farming mana by getting that shield procced. Ganking top lane.
Oh, just shows the power of that Kai'Sa though.
Yeah, especially that Kai'Sa when piloted by Brandana. That's a scary combo. And Gregosaurus is no slouch on that Rakan.
Chop Suey runs into the Veigar and backs off. Veigar at 37 stacks now.
Yeah, slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah, I mean, got a 6 CS lead, so it's not the thing in the world. Also taking some time to farm Crab, which is interesting. Not sure what the thought process is there. Losing a lot of CS just to get this one Crab. I mean, I guess if you don't feel like you need farm. As Veigar.
You know, CB Hickey does as CB Hickey wants. So...
Alright, Tilted Snorlax has to blow Flash to get away from that Jax again. Bad memories of their last encounter, I'm sure. Hickey does finally secure that Crab.
Nebulan's a huge threat in that Jax. I never like to play against him on Jax. He's very good at it.
Top lane, we got the Meganar heading back. Urgot choosing to walk back to lane, so we'll keep that teleport. Bot lane, Poison Ivy, and Jackalope are still getting pushed against a wall here.
Yeah, but you're right about that teleport. Leaves a little bit of opportunity here for a big play in bot.
Looks as though Gnar is doing the same and keeping the teleport. 45 stacks on the Veigar. Chop Suey heads back. Still a relatively bloodless game. Only 2 kills in favor of our boys 9 lives over here.
I think to a degree that speaks to how well Gale Force is playing safely. I think it's very easy to feed this 9 lives team a bunch of kills, and I think they're doing a great job at picking their fights wisely.
Bit of harass there, but Kantos is tanky as heck, or comparatively tanky as heck, so able to survive that. Snorlax comes up to assist, but there's nothing to assist. We do have Chop Suey in the bot lane area. Thinking about heading down. Will get spotted if he does. Probably has been spotted already, yep. And a little dance is going on up here. Nebulon was trying to solo that Rift Herald. Herald chasing him all the way home.
Yeah, the reset range on that one is nuts. Ooh, stun connects on that Gnar. Tilted Snorlax laying in the damage.
choosing a weird direction to retreat to. He might get just taken out. Okay.
Big engage coming out of bot lane. Silver pops ult. Rakan's grand entrance already popped. Brandana. Ooh, teleport comes in as well.
See if Kantos can make something happen here. Definitely does get one kill. Where's the ult? There's the ult.
Huge play.
Jax is now in trouble too because he went in on the fear.
Really well played by Gale Force. Turned that fight around expertly. Perfect usage of all of their tools. For example, Stelio Kantos held on to his ult until it was absolutely needed in that last fight to secure the Rakan kill. Really well, really good stuff coming out of Gale Force.
Yeah, that's I'm honestly was very surprised when they killed Huge that he did not use that ult. Fortunate that he didn't, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know if it was intentional or accidental, but it really worked out for Gale Force either way. So
yeah, really unfortunate that that Nebulon decided to go in there. Maybe didn't realize or forgot that that also creates a fear effect. But I'm sure Kantos is happy he held on to his teleport.
Yeah, and a 4-kill swing. That was enough to almost put Gale Force back in the lead, despite some pretty serious CS deficits here and there.
Another Earth Drake for 9 lives here, though. I believe it was briefly spotted. Chop Suey will at least see it now. We'll see if he goes for the steal. I doubt it. Well, he tried. May end up dying for his trouble. Blows the flash. Suppresses to get some healing in. And now Snorlax may end up dying as well. Blast cones, but Brandana flashes for it. And just like that, their 2-4 turns into a 4-4.
Yeah, a little bit sloppy there on that disengage. The Vygar cage managed to to catch both of them. A little bit unfortunate if you're a Gale Force fan. Tilted Snorlax's ult is or flash, excuse me, is almost up, but not in time.
Poison Ivy almost gets caught there, but manages to avoid it. Getting some of that Sever bouncing damage now.
I see she completed a Storm Razors instead of Essence Reaver, so probably can tell that I don't play an awful lot of ADC.
Yeah, both bot laners with a Storm Razor, so that'll offset each other a little bit. Gold advantage, 1200 gold lead for Brandana in the bot lane.
Nebulon looking top lane to see if he can get anything done. Might just settle for clearing this ward.
More pokes from Kantos, but Jax is getting tankier, so Jax doesn't care. Jumping on the Herald again.
Big engage happening in bot lane. Warwick shows up just in the nick of time to turn around the engage from Gregosaurus. Wonderful binding coming out of Poison Ivy is going to get Brandana. That is a huge step to get Sivir, to get Fat Jackalope back into the game, and big for Gale Force overall.
Meanwhile, Nebulon, I believe, managed to lock down the eye there. They haven't picked it up yet, though. Gotta go back for that. There we go.
Force out a teleport from CB Hickey to defend that bot lane turret. Huge plays going around all across the map.
Oh,
yeah,
stun on Huge there. Oh, and Nebulon's in trouble too. May get ulted here, or was ulted already actually. Nope, there we go. That was weird. Game showed the cooldown was already completed before the spell was cast.
Before the ult returned?
Well, before Kantos even cast the ult, it showed that it had been casted.
Oh, yeah, that is a bit weird.
I don't think, well, I'll wait till I have a down period. I don't think I'm behind on the stream though. Alright, big stun there though. So that's 2 big ult kills from Kantos. Living the Urgot dream right now.
Yeah, 302 Urgot and a 202 Sivir, so the kills are definitely on the right spots if you're Gale Force. Not necessarily what you want to have happen if you're 9 lives. So Gale Force definitely put up a good fight.
We're on a 3rd Earth Drake, which will be the next dragon coming out. If 9 lives gets that, even if they end up falling really far behind, they can win in 2 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. You can always rush the Baron, you know, in 5 seconds flat.
So we'll have to see about that. Okay, so now we have a second here. Let's do... Nope, wasn't that far behind. So I don't know what happened, but my game tells the future. There it is. You guys have learned it. I was trying
The
to
secret
hide
of Prophet Kenos.
trying to hide it for a while, but there's no hiding it anymore. All right, so they're taking out the crab here. I'm really not. I'm not a fan of the wards in this game so far. 9 lives doesn't have very many wards, and it always seems that whenever there's anything important going on, Gale Force doesn't have a ward there. I'd like to see, you know, them have a few more wards in some interesting spots so you can see a little more about what's going on the map as opposed to just, I don't know, like what's going on by their blue buff.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, Rift Herald is summoned bot lane. That will take out that tower.
Very defensive wards on Gale Force's side. Rift Herald is probably going to get a good second charge off. I'm not sure Gale Force is going to be able to dissuade this.
Nope, definitely not. Well, nope. Alright. So, about a tower's worth of health taken down. First tower gold goes over to 9 lives as well. Only a 3,000 gold difference so far, though.
Tilted Snorlax is able to force out Udge's, or not Udge's, excuse me, CB Hickey's flash just with her ult. She's starting to get pretty scary.
We'll see if able to do much more with it. I mean, 1, 2, and 1 is not amazing for a mid laner, but when everyone is this squishy, you can definitely do a lot of work with it.
And
ooh, bot lane turret now cleaned up as well. So turret for turret. Gold lead shrunk a little bit there, but Jackalope is still 700 gold behind his opponent. Chop Suey is smelling blood on CB Hickey, but Hickey is wisely staying under turret. Dragon is up in 12 seconds. It looks as though Gale Force is going to stick around and try to get their first dragon as well. Looks as though Nebulon and Gregosaurus are heading there to contest. We'll get spotted. Control ward put down to stop any sneaky peeks. And this might be too quick to... Well, nope. Nope, didn't manage to stop it. Now this is going to be a problem. Nebulon actually going to get a big stun off here. We'll see what happens. Gets suppressed and locked down by Kantos there. Huge all alone. So far it's a 1-for-0. And it looks like it's going to stay that way. Oh, and now will the Xerath clean up? One more. Ooh, Flash is burned. 50 hit points. Yeah, that's the problem with a bunch of squishy characters. You can't really just dive into fights sometimes.
yeah, exactly. And also, I really respect the shot calling coming out of Gale Force here. The decision to pull back with just that one kill, I like it. They're behind. They've gotten a victory, and they're just going to back off, as opposed to chasing something and getting overextended.
Yeah, you really can't do better than what they did there. Dragon, 1 kill, get out with everyone alive.
And burn a couple cooldowns, a couple of 9 lives cooldowns while they're at it. So yeah, exactly.
And in fact, Snorlax still hasn't blown the stopwatch, so still holding on to that, which is good as well. Hickey moving around. Let's see here, tankiness. Nebulon's at 2,100 hit points. Kantos is at 2,900. So almost 3,000 hit points on that Urgot. Definitely going on the tankier side, which is what they need at this point.
Mm-hmm. It looks like Steric's Gauge is coming up next, which is a great item.
Huge collapse coming here on Kantos, though. Tower's pretty weak as well. Let's see what happens. Brandana coming in. Nebulon as well. Nebulon will probably open... Oh, Nebulon just jumps straight on. Does throw on the counter-strike. Big stun, big damage. Dead boy.
Yeah, that was he went from a lot of health to absolutely no health in no time flat there.
CB Hickey split pushing as well. See what happens. Big root there. A lot of split pushing going on. Actually, Jackalope Sivir is pushing down mid lane hard. Might be forcing 9 lives to go back here to deal with this because she is chunking that turret. Pops ult to get away. Little worried that the rest of the team is coming down on her. Wards will show exactly where she's going though.
Yeah, and she was absolutely right to pop that ult. They were trying to collapse. Ooh, Warwick gets caught.
Yeah, interesting play with that Warwick. It almost looked as though he was trying to bait specifically for Tilted Snorlax's ult. But instead that gets thrown away.
I missed it.
So now the action is really starting to pick up. Brandana collapsing there on Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy pops Hourglass, but doesn't seem to matter because it took the damage beforehand.
No, I think there's an auto attack in the air. I think. No, you were right.
Snorlax probably regrets wasting ult earlier there. Could have picked off Hickey. But instead Hickey gets away. About a 4,000 gold advantage, still in favor of 9 lives. Baron is up, and Gale Force is really trying to get into some sort of position around it. If only just to keep 9 lives on their toes.
Sounds like Gale Force was listening, or they took your advice to heart a little bit about the warding. They've actually got a decent control of the river now, with most of the major objectives being warded, so some serious improvement there for Gale Force.
Yeah, I like it a lot more. Ocean Drake will be probably the last dragon. There may be one more after it, but at least it's not 4 Earths. This would be kind of boring. Gregosaurus and Chop Suey meeting up in the jungle. Chop Suey does not decide to engage, probably concerned about any friends lurking nearby. Dragon up in 2 minutes. Oh, all right, lot of grouping here in the mid lane. Bouncing Sever Blades. Can never be too careful of those.
The wave clear from Gale Force is pretty insane, actually. So I think 9 Lives is going to have a really hard time pushing objectives that aren't pushing any objective that isn't the neutral objective. It's between Sivir, Xerath, and Morgana. It's actually a lot.
Hickey is at 97 stacks, so definitely behind on the farm. Split pushing coming out of that Nebulon with Nebulon's Jax there. Gale Force is trying. Here's the other problem with having no tanks: is there's no real form of engage on really either side. I mean, Gregosaurus has tried it by rushing forward and popping ult, and Jax can obviously look for an opening, but there isn't really any move that goes, hey, I'm going to charge in and start something on either team.
Yeah, and maybe Warwick's ult or something,
right.
but even then that's few and far between.
Oh, Jackson 2v1 here. Also Xerath doing a little bit of a fight as well. We'll try to jump between both of them. Chop Suey gets away. Nebulon is all alone fighting Stelio Kantos. He's probably not going to have the damage to deal with him. And we'll just get to lead. Actually, he ended up chasing both away. Both flashes burned. Runs straight into a fear effect. And there goes Jax, unfortunately, for Nebulon. Almost got Chop Suey, though.
Yeah, it was really close. Chop Suey played that really well, baiting out the engage by preemptively triggering up a fear. That was really well played, but it was a 2v1 and Nebulon still almost made it work. So that Jax is definitely very scary.
Yeah, the Jax is getting bigger, and most of the reason that he ended up doing that Gale Force ended up doing as well as they did was because they had the fear effects from Warwick stopping Jax from attacking. So if you don't have that sort of CC against someone like Jax, you're going to be in for a rough time.
Absolutely.
All right.
Something I didn't notice was that Stelio Kantos' ult was actually on cooldown. I assume he missed it in the start of that fight. That would have been a pretty big game-changing thing.
Oh, summoner's disconnected. Well, we can look at the Dragon Pit, which I'm guessing is where the next bit of action is going to come from. Tilted Snorlax is directly above Huge here, who is hiding in this bush directly up top. So I'm expecting that he is going to at least shoot in there. They do have 2 wards, so they will see that Huge is in there. And then Chop Suey, whose ult is almost available. How long is it got a cooldown? Oh, it is actually up. I think my cooldown timers on the side of the screen are off. Out of sync with reality. Yeah, because
that's...
Kantos is up. The ult is up, but on my screen it shows that it's got like 5 seconds left on it.
Same here, actually. I'm seeing the exact same thing.
Interesting. Riot, please. Alright. So actually, every single thing that Snorlax should try to do there utterly missed. And Huge gets out, no problem. We're also having a lightning storm currently in my area, so if the stream dies, it's Storm's fault. Right, the X Mansion. I got the address around here somewhere.
That must have been what happened to Gregosaurus as well.
Alright. So Dragon is aggroed, but is not actually going to do anything about it. Oh, might hit Poison Ivy a little bit here. Alright, so now Huge's Mega Gnar has been popped. So for the next couple of moments, Gnar is going to be a much less scary threat. Maybe they can do something about that. But once again,
this would be the right time to do a team fight. But, and I think this is the point that you're about to make, Kenos, it's just, how do they even start that?
Well, they stole Baron. That's a good way to do something.
Oh, that's, I didn't even notice, and I've got, I had vision of them.
That's how double Earth Drake Jax lives. That's what happens at 30 minutes with a double Earth Drake Jax and a Kaisa. Just take Baron. That's fine. Alright, so this is the advantage. 6,000 gold lead. Which is really impressive considering the limited amount of kills and towers taken so far.
Yeah, it's very much been a macro battle between these two teams, and... Ooh, Jax flashes forward.
That was like 3 hits. Okay. So, Jax is officially online, everyone. If him soloing Baron wasn't enough for you. Gregosaurus has left the game again, but no one... Well, for a second there, no one cared.
Yeah, fortunately for him, his team fight is just his team has just won a team fight, so I don't think he's in any danger.
I mean, that was a 3-for-0 so far. I think 9 Lives has realized that they can just kind of win this game.
Yeah, Gale Force has done a great job of stalling out the game, but 9 Lives was nevertheless building up a pretty big lead, and now that the team fight phase has started, everything's coming up 9 lives, especially because I think they have a better team fighting comp.
I mean, also just look at this Jax. He's got 246 CS. I don't know if anyone's ever seen the joke about hard carries where they just go hide in the jungle for 45 minutes and then come out all ripped and stuff.
At the end of a workout montage.
Right. You know, I finished farming. I'd like to buy everything, please.
I hope you didn't want to live.
And I mean, at this point, well, even with Gregosaurus consistently disconnecting here, which is getting a little ridiculous at this point, and I think 9 Lives realizes that as well. I mean, do you really even need Rakan? You've got a 3,000 health point, hit point there, Jax, who's about to just go solo everybody under tower. If the game will unpause.
Yeah, that's...
Veigar's stacks. Veigar is currently at 124. So even with Veigar not doing great, 0, 0, and 3.
You know, he's not doing bad, though, right? I mean, he's not feeding a bunch.
Sure.
It's just...
Yeah, I mean, he's got good items for where he's at currently. At least, equivalent. I mean, check out the gold. He's 1,100 gold above his lane opponent. He's been trying. I think he's just been missing a lot of the... CS opportunities to gain that AP. We'll see what happens now. Big rotation up to the top lane. That Baron buff is still active on, I believe, all 5 members of the team. Assuming Gregosaurus stops disconnecting. But Chop Suey could grab him here. Nope, misses.
Oh, so close.
Looks as though many... Oh! Meanwhile, Jax. Jax is beating on Kantos, but he is beating on Kantos solo here. But it doesn't seem like it really matters. They do manage to take him out finally. Brandana comes in, and Brandana's just going to clean up here, I think. Big missile there.
Well done, Tilted Snorlax. Brandana was so close to wiping the floor with that, trying to remind Gale Force that it's not just Nebulon who's been constantly buying items and doing workout montages, but an unfortunate flash forward right into Tilted Snorlax's stun, and Tilted Snorlax lives by pixels.
Now Tilted Snorlax has to somehow hold off CB Hickey and Huge. Though does have Poison Ivy coming to help. Kantos is up in 8 seconds. They might get this inhibitor down. They should. Gregosaurus is like, hey guys, I have stopped disconnecting. I'm here. I can do stuff. See, I did that. Why weren't you on the assist counter? Shut up.
Keno's asking the hard questions.
Alright. So,
the gold lead here is getting a little bit unmanageable if you're Gale Force.
Yep.
I'm not sure how they can come back into the game. I think they gotta try to catch a couple people off very aggressively, and I think that's exactly what they're doing here.
yeah, definitely trying to. Hickey is not sticking around to find out, though. With the next dragon coming up being Elder Drake, that will definitely help out, help Gale Force seal the game with 2 Earth Drakes and an Ocean in their back pocket. Looks like there might be calls to either deal with or push up in the top region of the map. See what happens here. Nebulon coming in. Does have that Guardian Angel now as well. Very popular item for junglers today.
Yeah, it just complements Jax's playstyle and Nebulon's as well. Going in hard, forcing that attention, and at the end of the day, it doesn't even matter because even if you do manage to kill him, he's just going to come back to life while Brandon cleans house.
But yeah, despite how poorly this game has gone for Gale Force, we have seen a lot of potential there. Kantos is doing really well in this Urgot. I think they just need some form of better initiation. If they didn't have the Morgana, if they had someone like an Alistar, like a Blitzcrank, someone who could actually, well, either survive or stop what just happened there.
Blink and you miss it.
Alright, so with that, 2 kills are down here. We do have the Xerath trying to dissuade people, but Xerath can only shoot so many times. Nebulon just leaps into the base, trying to act more as a scary deterrent. Oh, Kantos gets Hickey though with a great duress, or not duress, I forget what that move's called. It's whatever his ult is.
Beyond Death.
Beyond Death, yes, that's right. Okay, but unfortunately for them, the Xerath dies. Nebulon apparently doesn't feel invincible enough to tank a bunch of turret shots yet, though. Get the Jax wax, though. Slightly different noise than the basic Jack wax, which just doesn't feel the same. Oh!
Ooh, nice turn!
Yeah, I mean, there is still damage on Gale Force.
Yeah, and Fat Jackalope's playing well. Very, very possible for Jackalope to be that late game carry that Gale Force needs.
This could be a very late game in that case.
Yeah.
Not that they can't do it, but they are 1,500 gold down. With Elder Dragon and Baron both popping soon. And they're missing 2 inhibitors.
Yeah, it's the game is definitely stacked against Gale Force, but if you are them, you're either looking at the silver lining or plotting for the next game. And some of that silver lining is that Jax is almost full build. That Gnar is coming up on full build. It's not going to get much worse than it is now currently for Gale Force.
And I mean, there's a lot to be said for overconfidence as well. We've seen even in this split so far that really fed hyper carries can get overconfident and get destroyed. And that just is as a detriment to their whole team. If
Yeah.
Nebulon does not let that happen, then they'll be fine. But for example, if Nebulon tries to solo Baron here and they get picked off, that could change things.
I actually really like the strategy that's coming out of Nine Lives here. They've put 3 people on Elder Drake and 2 people around Baron, and what they're saying is that no matter what Gale Force does, they're going to lose one of these 2 neutral objectives.
Alright, so Elder Drake's been taken down. Teleport coming in, so Nine Lives definitely wants to fight over here. Here comes the Mega Gnar. Mega Gnar hasn't really been involved in too many of these fights. It's mostly just been Little Gnar. But meanwhile, Winions.
Ooh, teleport for CB Hickey trying to push the base. And that Baron just got shredded.
Chop Suey tries to steal it, doesn't work. Everyone goes over the wall, cleans house. And now it's Kantos versus Hickey. Kantos giving a little thumbs up.
does not hesitate even a little bit to flash that wall to continue that engage.
Kantos manages to chase it off, but with no inhibitor turrets left, it's only a matter of time at this point. All inhibitors destroyed. Kantos actually will not end up dying here, though. However, it doesn't matter. Alright, so game 1 goes to 9 lives in a very impressive fashion.
Yeah, there was a point right when their build started to become online that that 9 lives just hit the go button, and ever since that happened, Gale Force has been reeling and trying to figure out how to deal with it. So let's see what they choose to adapt in the second game of the series.
Absolutely. Let's check out some advanced details real quick here. Graphs. All right. Yeah, so big damage, obviously, on the 2 main carries. A lot of damage coming out of that Kaisa, who obviously was dealing a lot of work, even though it was Jax that was drawing all the attention. And, I mean, all things considered, it was a relatively low kill game, just 20 to 13, compared to some of the other grindhouses we've seen earlier today. But yeah, good shout out to Brandana and Gregosaurus in that bot lane. Nebulon for being the hyper carry. And we'll see how 9 lives does in a few moments as we head over for the last game of the night. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.